Daily habits will be the most important thing on your fat loss journey, and these are 5 things that I implemented which helped me go from my worst physique to my best physique, and these are things that you can implement literally today. Habit 1 is to use a habit tracker, and here's why. I'm going to show this example that I learned from James Smith to illustrate the journey of fat loss. Imagine this toilet roll as the amount of fat and you want to get rid of it. This is day 1 of fat loss, the roll doesn't look different. This is day 2 of fat loss, the roll still doesn't look different. But how about when we do this? When we put lots and lots of days together, probably more than you can count, then you look at the toilet roll, then you see the difference. Now this is exactly what fat loss is like. You might think that you're not making progress, which is a massive reason for people to stop the journey. However, when you compile them together, that's when you see the results. Now this is where the habit tracker comes in. See, daily you won't be seeing the progress on your body really that much, but you do have the option of marking the actions that are going to get you there. And something as simple as marking a cross next to clean eating or making sure you're getting your gym session in lets your mind know that it's actually on track and it's still making progress. And when you make a massive streak of like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 days, you're not going to want to break it. You're going to keep building those habits up and you're going to keep getting those crosses ticked off. And every single habit that I've implemented in my life has come from using a habit tracker. People extremely underestimate the power of visual stimulation and seeing progress just through something as simple as marking a cross. Now if you want a clean, simple example of an habit tracker, check the link in the description and you can use a template for this. Habit 2 is using a meal plan. See, us guys, we're bombarded with choices that we have to make on a daily basis. And if you add food on top of that, when you're tired, you've had a long ass day at work, or you're mentally exhausted with a relationship or family problems, or when you get home, the last thing you're going to do is want to make a clean meal. You'll always end up going for the junk food, or you'll always end up going for the unhealthy option. However, if you have a meal plan there, what it does is it takes that question out of the game. Let me explain this point. Imagine you're driving across a motorway and the only road is one nice long road. You don't need to change, you don't need to worry about left or right. It's just a simple straight line. That's exactly what it's like to have a meal plan. That road only has one objective, and that is to get you to eat things that will help you with fat loss. Now imagine on the other side that you're in a busy ass junction in the city with cars and cyclists and pedestrians all coming across. You always have to be kept aware of what to do. Do I need to take a left here? Do I need to slam the brakes here? Do I need to look left and right? That's exactly what it's like not having a meal plan, because you're bombarded with so many choices that your brain's just on overload and you're always going to go for the easier option. However, if you're relaxed, if you know, around breakfast I'm going to eat this, lunch I'm going to eat this, dinner I'm going to eat this, you'll be able to easily accommodate the foods that you need to. The element of choice is taken out of it, and you don't understand how easy it is to go through following the things that you need to do to maximize your fat loss if you just have a meal plan in place. No extra thought or decision making is required, and you can literally cruise through your fat loss journey and become shredded. And I still implement a meal plan to this day. The next habit was quitting alcohol and weed. You've probably already heard the term beer belly. This should tell you enough already, but if you haven't, I'll explain why alcohol is ruining your fat loss journey. See, whenever you drink alcohol, especially the copious amounts that you do when you're at uni, your body stops the fat burning process in order to break down the alcohol that it's just consumed. And you're literally slowing down your own progress and even backtracking it. The behavioural aspects of when you're hungover, the next day you're not going to miss a workout. And that's not only impacting 1 week, because you're missing week 2's progression as well. So at least every time you're hungover and missing a workout, you're 2 weeks behind. Just keep that in mind. And on top of that, it encourages the binge eating and having a takeaway, which can easily upset your calories for the whole week. And then the next point is weed as well. Weed just makes you lethargic, it gives you the munchies, it just takes your brain power away from you. And it's just one of those things that I feel made me very weak. I didn't really look at it as something that made me proud. And then once I stopped doing it, I had the mental clarity. I wasn't dependent on anything to relax. I didn't need it. And then the waking up the next morning, I was fresh every morning. Whenever I smoked, I woke up the next morning and I felt groggy, I felt light, couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate, and my drive to get to the gym was just weak. However, when I eliminated those two, my progress skyrocketed, and I think it's such an easy fix, and I think every guy should be trying to implement these. Cutting out is always easier than adding on. The next habit is training fasted. That's because whenever you eat, your body uses the calories that you just eaten for energy. So every time you eat and then work out, you're pretty much just using the food that you ate as the energy source. However, if you're training fasted, or especially first thing in the morning, you don't have energy from food, so what it does is your body taps into those fat reserves that you've got. Now, that's extremely powerful in your fat loss journey, and it makes it so easy to just implement into your life, because all you have to do is go and train without eating. Now, it's something I still do to this day, and I will continue to do. It's one of those habits that really fit well, and it also improves my mental resilience as well, because it shows me that I can push through difficult times. If I'm feeling a bit hungry, to have some water, I'm not going to die. And the last habit is start to become a productive person in general. Start looking at yourself holistically, which means fully, as a whole package. I want to ask a question. What kind of person do you think has a lean, shredded, an athletic and well-built body? Is it a lazy ass couch potato who just eats shit all the time, doesn't do their work, has no discipline, no confidence? Or is it the kind of person who's dedicated, driven, he's disciplined with his work, he does things on time, he's well dressed, well kept? Now you know the answer to that question. Now I found when I started taking my uni work seriously, when I started getting my sleeping pattern right, when I started quitting the bad habits, started eating properly, automatically my journey in fat loss just became better. It's because I was unconsciously moulding a new person. I was becoming the type of person that deserved to have a lean and well built body. I was doing the type of things that would get me shredded, and this is something that you can reverse engineer. Think to yourself, what kind of person has a sort of body? You'll probably find you are not that type of person yet. But what you can do is start acting like you're him already. Start to do your uni work on time. Start to work on the projects. Cut out your TVs all the time and start picking up a new side hustle. When you start to do these things, you'll realise, well, on top of that, what am I gonna do? Sit at home and be a slob, or exercise and eat good food? You'll do the latter. So if you start to become a productive person and look at yourself as a whole package, the health is just another piece of that puzzle. The fat loss is just another piece of that puzzle, and it has to fit in. So instead of attacking it from this angle, you attack it from a different one. Some powerful shit, but I promise you, bro, if you start to become a productive person in general, you will make massive progress on your fat loss journey. The people that I look up to, the people that I see as mentors, have successful businesses, have successful lives, but they also have a healthy body to match. Productive life, disciplined work ethic, and a healthy, aesthetic and athletic body to match. It's all part of the same puzzle. If you start fixing the first two, I promise you that number 3 will fall in place. That's what I've practiced to this day, and I'm telling you the stuff that actually worked for me, and you could be in that same boat. But as always, bro, you know my message. Keep building, keep progressing. I'll catch you in the next one.